is full and the stars are aligned and the sky is an eerie black. It's the night of the biggest vampire on the hunt, on the attack. He spreads his wings as he takes from the air like smoke from a roaring fire, salivating for a little slice of that sweet carnal desire. Go! 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 On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 On your marks, get ready, set, go! Go!
Let's go!
Go! Go! Go! On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 So get on with the show!
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Pacific Northwest. This is DWO Stone. Too stoned! Too stoned! Too motherfucking stoned! I am! I will survive!
That's copyrighted.
Why are you still playing? Yes! I'm Johnny! I'm Johnny!
There we go. And I'm Marco. Welcome to the show.
Wow!
Bravo. Welcome. It was a great introduction as always. Johnny on the board.
I'm back. I'm alive finally.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you have survived your weekend. So happy late 420 everybody. But it is also, as the time that we are recording this anyway, it is April the 22nd, which means it is 422. Heh. Heh heh. So smoke a bowl and join us.
Smoke a bowl for everybody. I mean, come on. Come on,
Exactly.
America. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
If you need a reason to smoke a bowl, why not now?
You know, what are you, some kind of weenie? I'll put the graphic up, but I think we all know where I fall in this category.
Let's see. I'm going to say a little bit of everything.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a very bad looking slide.
What Facebook page did you steal this from?
I don't know. I just steal them from everybody's Facebook pages. Steal everything. Yeah. I have no original content in my body. Everything I do is stolen.
You can't even say the word.
Stolen. There's no D in stole.
No.
Stolen? Stolen, not stolen.
Yes. Joseph Stolden.
I mean, who is this occasional 3 times a week smoker?
People who have kids, probably.
Yeah, I forget. You know what? I forget. I'm a 14-year-old boy with money. I have no kids. I have no wife. I really, it's just me. Right. So, I have no responsibilities to anybody but myself. So, I don't understand parenting, but I understand. Okay, all right. 4 times a week? Yeah, okay, I could do that. I could swing that.
Sure.
I could go from chronic to moderate.
Yeah, I think I could go moderate. I could probably. I would say that I am chronic. I'm at a chronic level between chronic and moderate, depending on how much I actually have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not a wealthy man, and you can't afford piles of chronic.
No, exactly. I have more important shit to spend my money on, but I also don't want to spend my money on beer. So,
God, I hope there comes a day like when the government decides to start growing pot, and Like they grow too much, and then they have to go around in truckloads just giving it to people, like they did the cheese back in the 70s.
Oh yeah. All they have to do is just send it all to Detroit. Just dump it all in the middle of the fucking city. It's like go nuts.
So I thought this was kind of funny. In Washington prison system is now growing marijuana in the yard.
Washington State or Washington D.C.
Washington State. And
I'm not
where's
not
my
entirely sure.
goddamn slide? I
I'm
missed my
not entirely
slides
sure if
again.
that's true, but yeah, let's see what you got here.
I lost the slide. We'll talk about it next week. God damn it, Rumble.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, gives me time to look it up at least.
yeah, it's called evidence. The weed is called evidence, and they grow it at the prison.
I mean, that's surprising that they would let prisoners handle weed like that, but it's also not surprising at the same time. Nobody wants to harvest that shit.
If there was free weed at prison, I would check in tomorrow.
You're not getting any of the goddamn weed. That's the point.
But I'm just saying, I could handle a 30-year prison sentence if there's weed involved. No problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people could. That's the whole point of weed. It's great. You could be in fucking Guantanamo prison or stranded on a goddamn island if you just had an endless supply of weed. He's like, you know what? This is kind of like I've been here for a month, but I'm kind of digging this shitty ass hammock that I've made. Temperature's nice as long as the sun's up. The fish is fresh. If you have endless weed, you don't give a shit.
No, the greatest joke of all time I've heard is like, didn't pay the light bill. The lights went out. And you're like, you smoke a joint, and like, fuck it. I need to burn these candles anyway. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, big problems aren't as big as they should be.
No.
But, I am a heavy chronic, I guess. I don't like to be heavy chronic anything. This really
Yeah,
hit
chronic.
close to home,
Yeah.
like I'm some kind of junkie.
Yeah. Heavy chronic. That's I have met people like that, and either A, they actually need it for medicinal purposes, and I don't blame them in the slightest, or B, they're fucking insane.
Yeah, B. I'm B. I think I'm B.
Yeah, I think
Heavy,
that's fair.
but I don't. I don't like smoking all day.
No.
You know what I mean? I can't stand it because you just get to the point where you just cheaping weed, and you're not really that high because you're in the same spot.
Yeah,
But
you're just plateauing for days on end. It's just boring.
and I make myself go to like the coffee shop or the 7-Eleven or take a walk halfway up the block or just walk out to the front and look around for a little bit for the weed to kick in. Because then it kicks in. It kicks your ass.
Yeah, when you're not doing shit.
But I think we talked about this before. I don't want to be Mr. Hey, these guys talked about the same shit last week. But I do hey, Pause is here. He's great. I
Excellent.
love Pause. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't put the chat. I'm trying to figure out how to put the fucking chat on the screen. Because it's unfair to Pause. He's part of the show. The listener should see what he's posting here. And Pause, I'm trying. I really am. Buddy, and all I do is think about you, my friend. And we are going to get this fixed next week because things are changing here.
Oh, have you looked into getting a tablet like I suggested?
Not only am I looking at getting, there's no tablet needed.
Oh.
I unboxed, set up my new studio in my house. It's all ready to go.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I got a dilemma. I got a dilemma about the new studio, and everybody's going to call me weird. But I put my house up on Airbnb.
I mean,
So
okay. I mean, sure. I see.
I can't smoke in there.
Right. Is
So
there a window?
no. Well, there's a window,
Hmm.
but I mean, you can't just once you smoke on these eagle nosed renters.
Hmm. Well, all you have to do is just list in the Airbnb that you are 420 friendly. That's all you need.
That's not a bad idea.
Then
So
people just say, "Oh, he's 420 friendly. Well, that means he probably smokes. I'm not going to go over there because that place probably reeks like weed." Or the people that do smoke will be like, "Oh, this guy's 420 friendly. I'm probably going to smoke with this dude. He sounds cool as fuck."
well, it's not the weed; it's the cigarettes.
Ooh, yeah, that is a little different. But I mean,
See, weed dissipates. Weed will leave your house in a day, no problem. Like
cigarettes
to a point
never
where
fucking goes away.
no, one cigarette smoked in your house, and I've not smoked in it, and I won't smoke in it because it's all been repainted, all new car, everything in there's brand new and ready to go for people to come and rent, staged for nerds.
Right.
But I got my studio in there. It's hooked up. It's ready to go. It sounds great, but it's going to affect my broadcasting. So I'm really in this weird thing where I'm going to try to build something right out the window. Maybe I don't know.
You get like a long PVC pipe that you just exhale into. You just blow the smoke out.
Because when I was running a studio that I couldn't smoke in before, when I was in California, I'd start doing the show, and then 15 minutes in the show, I'm like, I need to smoke. How do I get out of this so I can go make a 20-minute break to walk down the stairs and go outside? If I just quit smoking, probably would eliminate a lot of problems.
There's a lot of things I think if you would quit doing, it would solve a lot of your problems.
Yes, like getting sentimental,
Weird
being
choice, but
hooked,
yeah, sure.
getting high, being sentimental, thinking about being a 8-year-old kid and not being able
Right.
to go to Minneapolis for WrestleMania. That's all I ever wanted to do as a kid. Is go to fucking WrestleMania when I was 8 years old.
Oh yeah, you did. Did you go to WrestleMania or did you watch WrestleMania? You didn't really
No,
clarify.
I did the dumbest thing in my entire life this weekend.
Oh goody. All right. So
Eh,
so correct me if I'm wrong, but this was on Saturday, right? Last Saturday.
So last Saturday, I decided that I would. No, the WrestleMania was Saturday and Sunday
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
and Monday for Raw,
Damn.
but I didn't go last night because I was dead. I think we did a show last night. I was nearly dead.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And,
didn't. You didn't really talk all that much, but I assumed you were just tired because you had a busy weekend for once.
we're gonna get into. I'll get into that in the apology here in a minute. God damn, it was rough last night. I apologize. Damn it.
There's
But
still
I
plenty
just
of
roll.
game to go through, man. Don't worry.
My new dream is to roll around Vegas in this limo, just chiefing all night.
I mean, that could easily be done, right? How expensive is a limo?
Well, that limo, it looks like a '98 Continental, maybe. You could probably pick that limo up for about $4,000.
Right. Right. Okay. But don't you need like a specific license in order to drive a limo?
I think you need a chauffeur's license.
Hmm.
Probably have to pass a drug test. So, all right.
Unless
Well,
you
how much
hire
is?
a driver.
Okay, I've looked into that too. By the way, how much? How much do you need a week to survive? I like how much comfortably. If you came to work for me today, right? I'm just saying, just as a normal young guy, you're not really settled in your career. Your music career is you're an artist that's supplementing his income right now with bullshit.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
so, like, what would you need as a dude a week to live on?
just straight up cash wise, like if you just gave me the cash right now, like here's a week's worth of money to survive on.
Like, I want to give you enough money to take care of the shit you need to, and I also want you to go and take a gal out on a Saturday night and spend $200-300. You know what I mean? I want you to finally be comfortable in your life where you can't I'm just kind of getting the gauge of what every American needs right now.
I
You
mean,
know, and just to have a life like the guys in the '70s, like your dad lived. Like
well, I
like
hate to,
when your dad grew up, a guy could work at McDonald's and
yeah,
own a home and
yeah,
support a family working 40 hours a week at McDonald's. It's not like that anymore.
no. I would say I would say if I was to do maybe for something like that, if I was to say like 2,000, if I was making like 2,000, so like $1,000 a week, probably I could do that comfortably for sure. But
So
I
about four
don't.
grand a month. About 4 grand a month.
Yeah, but that's if I'm being smart with the money and I use it to save it or spend it on very specific things. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm kind of just living paycheck to paycheck and trying to save what little I can.
Okay, so $4,000 a month divided by $5 is what, 800? Yeah.
It's close to that. I'm too high to do math right now.
Okay, so we just need to find 800 people to listen to this show a week and give us $5 a
Well, I don't know
month,
if you. I
not a
don't know if
week,
you.
just a month.
Exactly, like a Patreon thing, but somehow not Patreon. We got to figure that out.
And
Actually, since you brought up followers, I did notice that on the Rumble profile you reached to 81 followers, which is
we
cool.
did, we did because last year we were at 8. So thank you.
Yeah, somehow we're actually growing and people are listening, and we appreciate it. Every single one of you, even if you are bots.
Paul says he could do 1,200 a week, 24. Yeah, $4,800 a month.
Yeah, but again, that's just on surviving. But if you're talking about like building, like literally building a life for a family from scratch, like, nah, I'm gonna need some serious fucking cash for that.
So why wouldn't an athlete, a a politician, why couldn't they give you $1,000 a week to drive them? You know what I mean? I, you're only saving about $300 a week after you get all your Uber. The Ubers are so expensive now. You could hire a personal driver, and he
Yeah,
could drive my cool limo around while I just get high and blow the smoke out the top.
I mean, I guess that's it. That's entirely up to them. But I imagine they just want to hire somebody that they know that they can trust.
Yeah, I like to swing for my dreams. This is my dream right now.
Just driving around in a limo, smoking in the back like you're fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Just by myself, nobody else. And of course, jamming the latest Whitesnake record out the back. All right.
Oh god.
Paz says if we get a Helix bed sponsor, it would be relevant to the current problem of needing tolerance break because you no longer need to sleep more because next time you wake up. Okay, cool. Ooh, that was a rough read for me. I'm a little high. Let's keep the words to about 12 at a time.
I don't know why you volunteer to read those.
I forget you can see them. And say whatever you want. We don't have a moderator ever. We never will.
No. Unfiltered.
Because I have testicles. Unlike other broadcasters. Can't take the heat. All right. So yeah. We'll get over Johnny's narcissistic weekend thing. We'll get back into the show here. But like I said, I was a 14-year-old kid. Wanted to go to. I couldn't do it. We were poor. So I don't know how legal this was,
Mm-hmm.
but a year ago, my buddy Brian passed away, and I took over his estate. Well, his American Express cards haven't been canceled yet.
Right.
So I decided, you know what? It's $7,000 for a ticket.
What in the fuck are you talking about? $7,000.
It was $7,000 I spent to go to WrestleMania.
Are you in the fucking in the fucking show box or something? What do you mean $7,000? How close were you to the goddamn ring?
I was 4 rows back.
$7,000 for 4 rows back?
Yeah. And you think I would have been smart enough to wear an MHH t-shirt or put a sign up in front of the whole world? After spending $7,000, that was the idea.
But then
and
you got high.
I got high. Didn't do none of it.
Yep, exactly.
So I just, for shits and giggles, I says, I wonder if Brian's card still works. I may have just committed a major felony, but fuck it, It's WrestleMania. I did it I just put the credit card number in as a goof.
I just wanted to make sure it was deactivated, and lo and behold, it wasn't.
Exactly. No, it wasn't. So thank you, Brian, for sending me to WrestleMania, 4th row. And I just, the ticket when it went through, I was like, no way! Oh my god, it went through! Oh fuck, it went through! Oh well, let's go. I don't know. Is that illegal?
I mean, did he will the accounts to you?
Yes, I am in charge of his whole estate. So
okay, you're in charge of his estate, but did you formally go to the bank and say that I am the owner of the estate? Here's my info.
No, I just used to do its American Express card.
Okay, well, does he have any next of kin to be concerned of?
Nope.
Well, if the only person that can say anything yes or no about it is dead, and he did technically will it to you, I would at least get some form of documentation that says so, in case what you did was illegal. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean that's the last thing I make. Should I just pay it? Or should I just call him up and say he's dead? He died after WrestleMania. After he saw the charge.
I don't know if you saw the pay-per-view, but he got trampled on the way in. It was terrible.
So I went. I had one of the best seats in the house.
$7 goddamn grand to sit in a metal chair.
Yep. Well, hey, not only did I get to sit in the middle of the chair, I got to take the chair home with me. I got a special WrestleMania Las Vegas 41 chair.
Did you get someone to sign it?
No.
So you just took a stadium chair.
Yes.
Okay, good for you, I guess.
No, it came with the ticket.
What?
Yeah, the chair that you sit in it says WrestleMania 41 all over it.
And you get to take the metal chair?
Yeah, get to take it with you as a souvenir.
How have I not seen videos of rednecks beating themselves over the head with those things?
I don't know why that's not. Well, usually it's the high-class people that are receiving the chairs.
Well, yeah, the tickets were $7 grand. I did forget about that.
So the tickets were $7,000, but the people around me weren't rich. They weren't rich people. I don't know where these people got the money for. They probably did credit card fraud too.
Yeah, they probably did the same thing you did. Their granddad died and told the same thing.
So not only did I use it for that, I was using it for drinks. his card. I brought it and his ID, just in case.
Did you
And
even report him dead? Did someone report him dead?
no, not really.
Someone has to report him dead, dude.
Well, the police, he was ruled a suicide. They took him out. They should know he's dead. If they don't, oh
Someone.
well.
I don't even know if I want to continue this conversation because, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to try to incriminate you any further. I'm not sure.
Am I that high right now that I just went and told you how I was not going to tell anybody about that ever? And why am I telling you? This is not like a couple of buddies chatting it out.
No, we've never even had phone calls before. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. Let's just pretend I'm goofing. God damn, I'm stupid. I'm really dumb. I am so high I'm stupid right now. I just committed a felony. Thank God nobody listens to this fucking thing, or I'm going to go away for a while. Call me
Yeah, I
fucking
would.
Chad Zumach. The fucking
Yeah,
Zumach, credit card Zumach.
yeah. I would recommend looking it up, and if you have a lawyer, maybe get their advice, or maybe they know a guy. You should probably look into it before the government does it for you.
So yeah, I probably should just bite the bullet and pay it. But I did a $10,000 weekend here. This is not good.
Hey, you might not technically have to pay anything. All you really have to do is just do the due process as the one who owns the estate now, is to have some form of documentation that says, whoever it is that owns this estate willed it to me. Here is the proof. Here's his death certificate. Here is my identification that says that this is me. And you just got to go through the process of owning the estate.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. My intention was to rip him off. But now, looking backwards, I will take care of it. I will be a man and pay for this stupid weekend I did.
Was it
So,
even worth $7,000, to be honest?
honestly, it wasn't worth $7. I'm going to be honest with you.
$7.
It was the most stupid thing I've ever done in my life. It was just lame. I don't know half the wrestlers. So I'm googling who the wrestlers are as it's going. I'm not a WWE guy.
Yeah, yeah. If you were raised in the old school, I imagine.
Now, AEW, went for free, and it was the greatest wrestling show I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awesome. Just WWE. It's made for mentally challenged. You get me this time, YouTube. And mentally challenged and more mentally challenged fat guys. Every woman there has the giant forehead they could show a movie on. They're wearing glasses, overweight. Every single woman looks like that. I don't know how else to describe them. I call them George Washington faces.
George Washington.
Yeah, I got the really high foreheads and ponytails.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at.
So I'm sitting next to this fat Down syndrome kid. And the whole time I'm like, is this kid going to fucking punch me? This kid's fucking making me nervous. He's getting there's too much stimulation for this little fucker. So, okay, okay, 5 minutes of me, and then I'm gonna stop it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to hog the show up, but
No, please go on.
So first of all, it's a giant football field.
As a stadium.
Yeah, it holds 70, 80,000 people at full capacity. And
I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but yeah.
So first I get there, and there's a fucking line.
Of course.
And I'm like, I spent $7,000. I got to be VIP. Nope, get in line. Like, really? There's no secret entrance. There's no John Cena can't come up and shake my hand after dropping $7,000 on these tickets. Come on, I gotta wait in line. I say, fuck that.
Yeah, for $7,000, can I get the wrestlers to high five me when they're done at the very fucking least?
Jesus Christ. So I said, fuck that. So I sat on the curb and smoked a joint. I'm like, take me to jail. I don't care. I'm mad. I don't want to wait in line. Stand out here and wait in line for an hour. So then you get in your seats. I'm on the opposite end and you got to walk. Where's the smoking section? Oh, it's about 8 miles over that way. I walked. So, like, you get there, 2 drinks, two Jack and Cokes. Just take a shot at the price.
I'm gonna guess 15 a piece.
Oh no, my friend. $56
for 2 of them. $56. That's 56. That's got to be 20. That's
$23 per drink.
Yeah, it's like that's $28 a drink. What in the absolute fuck is that?
It is fucking ridiculous. A hot
Jack
dog.
and Coke, that is bullshit.
A hot dog was $15.
Why in the? I mean, you're in Vegas, so yeah, a hot dog's $15. But what in the absolute fuck, man?
These people that are at this event are not rich people.
No,
they have had to save and work their ass off to get to this fucking place. And by the way, the cheapest ticket, $800 for the weekend, $400 a night was the cheapest ticket you could get.
And that's the nosebleeds, I imagine.
And if you go to wrestling and you can't see the ring, don't go.
Yeah, the whole point of it is to see the center of the goddamn ring.
So, yeah, I went the first night, and the Jack and Cokes were tasting great because later on I was going to see a Motorhead tribute band.
Again?
Yes. I can't get enough of these guys. They're called Killed by Death. Greatest. The guy looks like Lemmy. He's got the Cocoa Puff on his face, the whole thing.
That has to be makeup.
Yeah, it's makeup. He puts the wig. I mean, it's all dress up, but at least they look like Motorhead. You know what I mean? And any band can play Motorhead.
Right.
As long as you're drunk and on a little speed.
Yes, fair. Okay. I'll have to check them out after the show.
So I go, and what people realize when you go to a live wrestling event is they don't pipe what the guys are saying over the loudspeakers.
Well,
all you hear is the thumping of the ring. Tonk, clunk, because they got a giant microphone under there, and all you hear is that mat completely. Every time somebody walks on it, clomp, 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 smash.
Well, yeah, to add emphasis.
Okay, at this point now, the edibles are kicking in. I'm digging this retard kid. I'm sorry. Fuck. Oh, I swear it again. All right, anyway, fuck it.
Yeah, we're already a half hour in. I don't think it matters.
So I'm like, I'm going to be, whatever this kid is into, I'm into.
Sure.
Okay, and I go, and the kid said, he's like, you can't say, go stand on your chair, dude. Just being a... Okay, so I had about 8 Jack and Cokes. And then they cut you off.
Wait, so you paid like $500 just for Jack and Cokes?
I did. Yeah. After tips, yep, $500.
No wonder they sat you next to the mentally challenged kid.
Yeah. And I thought, you would get some kind of club level VIP shit. No, that was... By the way, to get that treatment, those tickets were $12,000 each for the box.
Jesus, just to sit in the goddamn box away from the fucking peasants.
Yep, and then have your food and all that shit, catering and everything in there, and then have to go walk and get beers and walk 18 miles for a smoke.
My my dad actually told me there was only one time he got the VIP treatment at a concert, and it was because he just was part of like a circle at his work when I was like, I was like a baby and I couldn't join him. But he was just like, yeah, it turns. We were just talking about like concerts that he went to. He's like, I completely forgot about this, but I actually saw like Mudvayne and Linkin Park when they like first started out, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You hate those guys. He's like, I know, but I went because my work had the fucking VIP tickets. So I was like, well, fuck yeah. Like, so what'd you do? He's like, they just had a phone in the booth where you just called in. They just brought you out drinks and food and shit. You just sat there at a nice, comfy ass couch.
We
But I
used to do
mean,
that. We used to back in the day at the Metrodome. We used to go around and we would just check all the places,
mhm.
and then 9 out of 10 times, half of them would be empty. So you just walk in and pretend you're supposed to be there.
Oh, I'm sure that shit's changed now.
Everything's changed now. The
Yeah,
fucking I miss having the ticket to put in my little scrapbook. You know what I mean?
you can still do that.
But they don't have the actual ticket now. It's all on your phone.
Yeah,
I don't like getting clicked on the phone. I don't trust the phone. I want that ticket. The one that you leave on your dresser and you get to the place, you're like, oh, fuck, I left it at home.
that's why it's on your phone, Grandpa.
Exactly. Reeling back the years. Okay. But, the first night, it was the Roman Reigns, the CM Punk, and the Seth Rollins. And the guy punched the guys in the nuts, and the one guy won, and they left. It was great. Wow. No, I had to spend 2.5 hours waiting for a goddamn Uber.
Just like everybody.
And if I could come up with $2,000 a week, I could just had Marco sitting out front in that limo waiting for me.
Yeah, yeah. You give me $1,000 a week and a room to crash in. Then yeah, I'll drive you anywhere.
So I mean, overall, I had a good time. It was fun. Me and my new buddy Davey, and his parents were cool. And after a few drinks, I can be friends with anybody.
Right.
I'm a pretty
Sure.
jovial cat out in public, especially after when the Jack. Uh,
Yeah, but it's also kind of hard to be just. It's kind of hard to be a grouch when there's somebody like that next to you and they're having fun. He's like, all right, dude, if you're having fun, then all right, whatever. I'll lean into it.
no, everybody was there. It was cool. I felt at ease, and I lost myself in it. Was cheering and going. You could see me on the production. The first night, I'm sitting 2 rows behind the trans guy. And then
Wow,
the
they put
second
they
night, I'm
put
right behind Mario.
they put the trans guy in front of the disabled kid.
Yep. And that kid was great, and he wasn't there though the second night. But the second night were some fucking nerds, like Dungeons and Dragons, like big titty male, big gut, fucking comic book guy, ponytail guys. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
This John Cena's going for a 17th. That's a real record. The other guys, nope, Ric Flair had 21. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? All night, inside wrestling. All night. I'll
Yep.
tell you what. If you would ask me before, do you want to hang out with a mentally challenged child and his mom and dad? Or would you rather hang out with a bunch of middle-aged guys that really know wrestling and that are really into it?
You would have probably picked the latter.
Exactly. But in reality, I never had. I'd really like to hang out with that kid again. He was a lot of fun. I ain't even lying.
Yeah, dude. The people with Down syndrome have two moods. They're either they either have extreme rage issues and they need to be watched, or they're happy all the time and every day is the best day ever.
Oh, it was great. First night was great, and then I was having great. The second night was tough because of what happened after WrestleMania Saturday. Holy shit!
Was your Uber crash?
No, so I went over to watch I went to Counts to watch the band play, the Motorhead band,
Oh, right.
and I ain't even lying. I was late. They only about a half hour late, but I walked right in the middle of the bomber, and I lost my shit. I'm like, no, I missed the intro. Motherfucker's playing again. Everybody's looking at me like, oh, dude, that dude's shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, you drank 8 Jack and Cokes at a WrestleMania event as a pregame before you go and saw these guys.
Yes.
You were fucking blitzed out of your goddamn mind.
So I go, I need a Jack double. No Coke, nothing. Just give me a goddamn shot of Jack. 2 shots of Jack Daniels right now as I walked into the bar because it's Lemmy playing.
What
Okay,
in the
time-
absolute fuck is wrong with you? You already drank 8 Jack and Cokes and now you're drinking a double Jack, just straight up Jack.
Yes.
You are a madman.
I went nuts. And then I went back and got, I don't know, 3, 4 more. I lost track of the Jack and Cokes after that.
Okay, I mean that's to be expected, I guess.
And Brian's bar tab at that bar, though, was only $237. But that was at normal bar prices. That's a lot of drinks. I was
That's a
buying.
lot of drinks. If you're drinking for yourself, then yeah, that's a lot of drinks.
I was also buying drinks for ladies, too. Because when I get drunk, the women drink for free. Johnny's around. I'm a fucking creep. You
You're
know,
a weirdo.
you can't hit on all the women at the same time. It doesn't work.
I actually saw a video the other day that had me fucking dying. I'll see if I could save it and send it to you. It'd be great for your show. But it's just this guy walking up to a table with these 4 these 4 beautiful women, and he has like this single rose, and he just walked up to the table and he says, "Hey, I just wanted to let you 3 know that you're really beautiful. You could decide who gets this," and just walked away.
Oh, God. Yeah, and then after that, went to the strip club.
After the Motorhead tribute band, you then went to the strip club and you got more drinks?
Yes.
Why are you
I don't know, man. It was bad. It was bad.
I really
I
hope
was
Brian was laughing at you from beyond the grave.
He really was, but you know what? I'm a pro. Yeah, I'm a pro.
A pro at what?
Well, pro at being a fuck up.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I drank so much, and then I woke up, and apparently I invited some girl over from the club at the Motorhead show that was sitting up waiting for me for an hour and a half up in my driveway. She didn't leave. She just waited.
Well, damn.
I come stumbling in. I don't even know. I don't know what happened to anything. I couldn't get into the place. I couldn't find my keys, and then they were in my other pocket.
Now, see, if I was your driver, I would have had a spare in the glove box for you in case you forgot yours. And then when you realize that bitch got there, I'd just be like, "Look, just tell her to get in the limo, and I'll take her wherever she wants to go."
Exactly. So I wake up. There's fucking chips and Cheetos and uh, the pizza that I had the night before. Apparently, I was eating cold pizza from the fridge. I don't know. It was everywhere. And I wake up and I'm literally laying in bed with a woman that looks like I don't know. She looked like Louis Anderson from that Jack Galifianakis show about the clown. when Louis Anderson dressed up like a woman. It was not good. It was Benjamin
You went through,
Franklin's grandmother.
you went through all that just to bang a woman that you described as Louis Anderson in drag.
I didn't bang her. I guess I passed out. Thank
Okay, but
God.
still.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a good. That's a Jack Daniels night. It only happens once a year for me. It ain't happening again.
Where
Because
you just
Jack
do nothing
Daniels
but drink it. Yeah, yeah, I have never had good experiences drinking Jack Daniels at all. That's why I
never,
don't drink Jack and Cokes anymore.
never. It's never a good experience. You have to be a
No.
real fucking man. You know what I mean? But I heard the Motorhead at the WrestleMania when Triple H came out. Time to play the game.
Well, of course.
And it was Motorhead. Motorhead. I'm going to that, going to the Motorhead thing. And I drank so much that I'm hungover so bad. And turn over, and it's just a large mound under the blanket. I'm thinking 320, 5'5", 320 maybe. And she looked
She's
like one of the Minecraft figures.
just stocky bitch.
It's very stocky, very square.
She's taller if you laid her horizontally.
And she's like, "What are you doing later?" I'm like, "I gotta go to WrestleMania in 2 hours. Are you coming to the club tonight?" I don't even know if I'm going to be alive in 2 hours. I'll call you. So when you wake up, I don't know if you've been this drunk before, but when you wake up and you get sick in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happened to me. Burnt my throat. Couldn't talk. Was screaming the whole night, yelling. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I went in and got an IV. So for an hour before I went in, I got into the clinic, got an IV shot up Sunday. It made the thing, felt okay. But then yesterday I woke up and it was not good, dude. Well, I did drink another 8 uh, beers. I said tonight just beer. And the beers were only $16 a piece, so it was kind of thrifty.
But it still fucked you up, huh?
Monday I wake up, had to go get another IV, and now the apology comes because Jack Daniels really. I'm still a little bit hungover. I'm not gonna be. I'm still drinking gallons of Gatorade and water, even after
Yeah.
2 IVs.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is fucking evil. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is evil.
Every time if I go out with a girl and she starts drinking Jack Daniels, you're gonna get laid like you've never been laid before, or she's gonna murder you. But either way, it's not gonna be fun at the end.
Or both. It could be both.
It could be both. Don't if chicks are drinking Jack Daniels, especially if they're drinking it straight, get the fuck run.
Yeah. I've never had any good experience with Jack Daniels, but one that I do remember is you're gonna laugh at me for this one, but there was at one point where me and my brother used to play a card game called Magic the Gathering. And yes, I know. And we made it into a drinking game. And the only thing that we had to drink was not just Jack Daniels, but honey Jack Daniels.
Oh no.
Uh
Oh
huh.
no.
And me and him,
Oh.
like,
Oh, my
after maybe
stomach.
like, yeah, and so maybe after like 3 or 4 games worth, we just eventually, like, damn near went through the whole bottle. And I eventually dropped one of my cards, and I bent down to pick it up, and I just fell out of my chair. And my brother's just like, "All right, I think that's it." And I was like, "Yeah, all right." And then we both just got up and went into our rooms, and I laid down on my bed, and I was like, "Oh, finally, I can go to sleep." And then I had a moment of peace for about 5 seconds, and I went, Oh, nope, here it comes. And then I crawled into the bathroom and puked my guts out.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. I'm retired. Jack Daniels is retired after this weekend.
Jack Daniels is not fucking good, man. Anybody who drinks Jack Daniels, you are a fucking psychopath. I understand a Jack and Coke every now and then are out of respect for Lemmy. I get that. But if you drink that shit on the regular, you're a psychopath.
One is good. One or two
Yes.
is acceptable.
Yes.
The problem is the first one. You're like, oh, the second, the smell of it, it's like it's a montage that goes through your mind of Van Halen and every cool man ever, Lemmy, to anybody that's ever been cool, man. It's been Jack Daniels on the Motley Crue T-shirt, and Jack Daniels.
Yeah, but you're also
And
saying that as a Coke elitist.
exactly, I am a Coke elitist. I don't mind a Pepsi and Jack. I ain't gonna lie, don't mind it. I actually kind of prefer it. But anyways, I've never had a night where I drank Jack Daniels where it ended up good.
No, it never does.
And that chick was hot at the bar, super hot.
Yeah, you had your drunk goggles on.
No wonder she sat and waited for an hour and a half for me to get home.
Yeah, she had nothing better to do.
And I just got done looking at Las Vegas' finest strippers. Come on in. We'll figure something out.
We'll find someone for you. It's Vegas.
Oh, boy. So then, the 420 show, Sunday night, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I come home from WrestleMania, lay down in bed. I do. And wake up at 7:00 the next morning. I'm like, oh. I literally slept through the biggest show of our network's year. I did it. I fucked us. Way to go. I'm telling you.
I don't know if you can hear this, but this is me sarcastically applauding.
The people, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I committed a felony. I let every single person down.
Well, I know a way that you could possibly make up for it.
But I do have a new friend named Danny.
I was about to say you had friends other than me.
Oh my God! What's wrong with me?
Do I sound like your therapist?
I don't know, man. I owe everybody an apology, including. Then I tried to go and do the show last night, the funnest show I do, and man, I was trying not to throw up the whole night.
I could tell something was off. But,
when the ships were flying and stuff, I'm like getting vertigo. It's crazy. But thank God to marijuana. It got me through it.
yeah, we got a lot done. Although it's kind of tough to try and blast through that game in like 3.5 hour segments. Mass Effect 2 has just so much fucking shit to it, and we just spent like a vast majority of that session just dicking around on doing shit to do on Ilium, and we haven't even fucking finished yet. There's just so much shit to do on that goddamn planet for some reason.
Yeah, I think a low key episode last night. I still got a few zingers in here and there, but man, it hurt. It hurt to talk last night. My head hurt so bad.
Yeah, well, you were lucky that we were broadcasting to nobody because I didn't feel like sending out the links that day. So it was a good call on my end, evidently.
Yeah, so next week I'll be back strong and ready to go. And no more drinking for a while. It was enough. It was enough for a while.
Well, the important thing is that we got Miranda's loyalty, and that's all we're going to need going forward, because we got to keep talking to her. Because, it's all about her feelings. That's how it goes at RPGs.
But I had one person that reached out to me and really made me feel better about what happened about the 420 show.
What's that?
And he said, if anybody deserves a day off, it's you, who talks about marijuana 364 days a year. Maybe you deserve the day off. And I go, fucking A, maybe I do.
That is a good point. You do
Yeah.
nothing but you do nothing but fight the good fight all the time. 364 days out of the year. Why don't you take that as your day off? That is a good point.
I am such a good manipulator. What do you call me, a narcissist or a gaslighter?
Something like that. I'm not sure.
Or an attorney.
Exactly.
Well, he didn't broadcast that day because he took the day off.
Yeah, he just simply took the day off. He didn't post about it. Yeah, exactly. He took the day off.
I remember working a Labor Day once, and the boss told me to do something. I looked at him straight in the eye. Goes, "Fuck you! Today's my day, motherfucker. I do what I want to do." And he goes, "What?" I go, "It's fucking Labor Day. I'm working here. Fuck you. This is my day, motherfucker. You work for me." And he goes, "You can go home now." And I never returned again.
Yeah, that's not what Labor Day means.
Well, it should,
It should. It is what it's about, but it's not what it means.
You're supposed to get on your hands and knees and salute the labor that I provide you every day, motherfucker. Why do I fit in society? You know why? Because I just make sense. So how did Ford? I did. This is a weird weekend for me. It's off. I don't normally go to WrestleMania. It'll never happen again. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, for $7 goddamn grand, out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Once again, rest in peace, brother. And we'll continue. So, since you got stood up by your host on 420, what did you end up doing?
I just worked, which fucking sucked. Because not only was I feeding people that were desperately trying to feed their families, I'm also feeding stoners simultaneously because it was 420 and Easter. So
Yeah, we should have we should make up a list tonight. Top 10 annoying things stoners do at the drive-thru. So maybe we can eliminate some of the bullshit that's going on.
I mean, can we really stop at 10? I'm pretty sure we could keep going past 10.
I mean, my vote for one of them is you're an adult. You've been coming to this establishment for over 20 years, and for somehow you don't know what's on the fucking menu?
You didn't. You're gonna sit there and read the menu like you aren't going to order the same damn thing you do every time.
Yes, we want you to use the kiosk because we don't trust our employees. We don't want you to give them cash. All right, just order on this fucking thing over here and leave our employees alone.
Yeah, believe it or not, our employees are very busy.
Because there's nothing more appealing in a man's day other than helping out a fucking angry Gen X or a boomer that's angry at the computer.
There's literally dudes at my work where that's their fucking job, and that blows my mind.
It's just like have the counter with the menu. We don't need upgrades on. We're getting a lot of upgrades on shit we don't need.
Do we need it? No. But is it more efficient? Yes. And that's the point. Efficiency. If you make everybody part of the system and everybody follows the same formula as everybody else, You make the customers a cog that is a part of the machine.
The customers. Oh, the customers.
Yeah,
They're
the
such,
customers.
the customers. When you apply marijuana to a customer, it goes one of two ways. It goes too slow, or you're like, "What? What's so fucking funny?"
Oh yeah, I remember one time. This was a while ago, but one of my coworkers came up to me. Teenager. Like, I'm sure this dude's never even smoked a cigarette. You know what I mean? Young kid.
Yep.
Um, he comes into the back and pulls me aside, and he's like, can you help me with something?" And I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "There's some guys at the counter, and they're stoned. I don't know what to do." And I'm like, and I was trying so hard not to laugh at him. I'm like, "Are you actually nervous?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to them." I'm like, "Okay, just ask them how much money they have, and then ask them if they need gas. If they need gas, then spare $10 and get them whatever the remaining amount is. Just ring it up for them, and they'll fucking eat it." And he just went up to him and asked him the questions, and he's like, "Okay, I'll just ring you up for whatever it was." He's like, "All right, cool, thanks." And then they just went and sat down at their table. Then they got their food, ate it, and they were just bullshitting with him and talking to him. And yeah, I could hear them like from all the way across the fucking restaurant. I was like, "Oh yeah, these guys are blitzed out of their goddamn mind."
What's not funny? The joke is over with putting the Burger King hat on. It's not funny.
What are you talking about?
You get the Burger King crowns at Burger King, and there's always your buddy that puts it on and thinks he's a funny guy. It's stupid. Don't do that. If you're over the age of 10, the Burger King helmet thing is over. The cardboard crown.
But it's part of the gimmick.
Yeah, but knock it off. Don't put it on. You're not funny. The other thing too is the Red Lobster beads. Knock it the fuck off.
Beads?
Yeah, you can go to Red Lobster and get the necklace with the lobster on the end of it.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Every brother has those. You watch Rappers, you can see it.
How much are one of those?
Oh, they give them to you if you ask for them. Like
Was it
they
just
got,
some 3D printed Chinese plastic shit?
yeah, they give it's free for the kids.
Hmm.
$7,000 to go to Disneyland. Paul says, "Jesus Christ, $7,000, Disneyland? How happy can you be?"
Obviously, you're
Yeah,
happy. You dropped $7K to go to Disneyland like it was nothing.
have you been to Disney? You haven't been to Disneyland or Disney World, have you?
Actually, I've been told that I did go to Disneyland at one point, but I was like one, so I don't
Yeah.
remember a damn thing. You know?
Note to parents: if your kids are under 5, leave them the fuck home. They ain't gonna remember shit anyways. All they're gonna
Yeah.
do is be a pain in the ass. Leave them with grandma. Go have fun. The rest of the people that got to bring their kids and the dog on the plane, you're like, come on. Fucking dog, he's just worried about what time he's going to eat next. He doesn't give a fuck if he's in Hawaii or not.
Yeah. So technically, yes, I've been to Disneyland, but I don't remember anything from it. So no.
It's the perfect place. If you were about ready to get a divorce, it'll save your relationship. I don't know what it is about women in Disneyland or in Disney World. It lights them up. Oh my God.
What are you talking about, dude? Disney princesses are every girl's fucking dream. In case you haven't fucking noticed.
But I don't remember. It was last time I went. It was $300 for 2 people. That was about 5-6 years ago. So yeah, that's about right. By the time you get the
Yeah.
hotel and everything, yeah. Oh man, I was batting it. You take a chick to Disneyland, you are getting laid. 1,000. I was batting 1,000.
Yeah, you don't have to do a damn thing. You just have to go on YouTube and find out where all the cool shit is.
Yeah, and you do the math. You can take a girl to Disneyland for $150, or you can take her to a nice restaurant, and it's going to be $150 for dinner.
Listen, baby, trust me, you get a lobster necklace.
Lobster necklace and all you can eat crab legs, baby.
Well, yeah, we could go to Disneyland, or we can get all you can eat crab legs. What do you want?
Well, yeah. Do you want to go live in a fantasy land with all the princesses, or do you want to go hang out with the football team? They
I
might
can
just
either
pump.
drop. I can either drop this fat stack to make all your dreams come true, or I could spend about a tenth of this, and we could just go ham eating some crab legs, and then I could just throw 100s at you as you think about what you want to spend the money on.
It's Red Lobster's 80% black dudes taking their side piece out.
I know. Red Lobster has become like the pseudo fancy place to go to now, and that's so bizarre.
People love the lobster and the. I don't know why people eat at those shitty places, but what I love chili, so I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I don't get it either, but maybe it's just because I was never a really big fan of lobster in general. But I don't know, man. Lobsters are just fucking weird looking to me. Have you ever eaten a lobster that was just like you had to like crack it open yourself, like that thing was boiled in the pot and then they just give it to you?
I want to be honest with you. I've never eaten one single piece of seafood in my entire life.
How the fuck? You never eaten shrimp?
No,
That's interesting. Okay.
nothing. And once, we lived on a lake in Wisconsin, and we had to eat that shitty fish out of that lake like every night almost because we were poor. So when I moved out of that house, I never ate a piece of fish ever again, and seafood never. Ugh.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine that the fish that you get in Vegas is a little iffy because you live in a fucking desert. But
Exactly.
yeah, but if you live somewhere like near an ocean, then yeah, the fish is fucking great. The lake fish around here are actually delicious.
Yeah, I don't eat no fish, nothing in the water. I don't eat nothing that's water based.
Well, the point that I was trying to get at is that anytime I've been given a lobster and I have to crack it open and eat it myself, every time I look at it, I'm always just like, this thing looks like a fucking chest burster from Alien. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I'm like as soon as I crack this thing open, it's just gonna jump out and eat my face.
Exactly.
They're just giant underwater bugs. They're gross.
He liked that Cajun shrimp. That pause. He liked the Cajun shrimp and lobster. He's really pretty good.
I do love shrimp. I love me some shrimp. I love prawns. I've eaten jellyfish before. That's not great, but it's not terrible. Um, I'm a fan of seafood, but only certain kinds of seafood.
Yeah, I think my whole thing is my whole psychological problem with eating is I can't eat foods that still look like the animal.
Oh, you get like some sort of fucking guilt from it.
I can't eat chicken because it looks like a chicken. I can't eat fish because it looks like a fish. Can't eat lobster or seafood because it looks like seafood.
I
I
guarantee
can
you that if I put a thigh or a breast in front of you, you could not tell me which one is which.
No, I couldn't, but that's why I don't eat either.
Okay, fair.
No fins, no feathers, brother. I have an eating disorder. I don't know if you've come across that.
No, I don't think we have.
Pause. He says he's 30 minutes away from the Gulf of. Oh my God. Should I say it? Ugh. America. The fish are fresh. Formerly, AKA the Gulf of Mexico. Thank God we own that shit now. We got fresh fish.
I'm not sure if we own the Gulf of Mexico now. I'm pretty sure in Mexico it's still referred to as the Gulf of Mexico.
It's the Gulf of Who Gives a Fuck, I think, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the square root of who gives a fuck.
I don't really care about. There's people that care about a lot of things that I don't care about. I mean, these people really. I've never seen one more wrestling take, and I'm out of this. But like, that's really their life.
Yes.
They that was their dream had come true that day, and I'm like, I guess mine too, as a 8-year-old boy, not being able to go to the Metrodome,
Right.
seeing Hulk Hogan. I don't even know Hulk Hogan was around back then. Actually, he already left.
But I get what you mean.
Yeah, I guess that's but it's just like people are into such weird shit. Like not like into it. Like they spend $300 to stand next to somebody and take a picture
Yes.
for 1 second.
Yeah, for 1 second. And it's not even a picture that they autograph. It's just a picture that they have saved on their phone digitally.
That event, I think, generated $1 billion.
I don't know about a billion. Well, I mean, it is a Vegas venue you're talking about, so yeah, maybe.
I mean, this is what people, you could get the whole package, which I couldn't handle. Thursday is Fan Fest, and you get to go to Las Vegas and walk around this thing and buy their merchandise. Which is weird. You pay, okay.
So it's just a Comic-Con thing, but for merchandise?
Yeah,
Like
it's like
wrestling merchandise?
yeah, they got like a few wrestlers' booths and shit there you can look at, and then they have a couple of like weird wrestling matches, and then Pat McAfee did his show there.
Huh. Okay.
Kind of like a convention kind of thing. Yeah, like a Comic-Con, basically. It was Comic-Con, but only WWE.
Okay.
And then Friday, you buy the ticket for the arena show for the, what do you call it, the SmackDown. And then, they also had another ticket for the Hall of Fame. And then you got WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, and then you got Monday Night Raw last night. Where, oh my gosh, boy, things got rowdy.
You walked away when things got good?
No, I sat through I experienced the whole thing. Because when a guy spends that kind of money, you get it all.
Yeah, when you spend $7,000 plus of a dead man's money, you make sure you get your money's worth, I guess.
Exactly. We might have to edit some parts of the show this evening if my lawyer calls me at some point tonight.
Oh, you don't say.
All right. Wrestling, yeah. That's it. So they literally booked Las Vegas for 5 nights straight and filled arenas all 5 nights with low, like expensive tickets.
There's motherfuckers in there who not only did they drop $7,000 or more on tickets, but they probably just spent, or I shouldn't say spent, they probably lost half or not equal to that amount on one slot machine before they even got in line.
Yeah, fucking gambling gets you. Woo, it gets you quick. Here, if you know what you're doing, you're done. You're done quick.
Yeah. There's slot machines in the goddamn airport, for fuck's sake.
Because this is what happens when you and 3 buddies go to Las Vegas. You get there. Let's hit the casino, boys. Yeah. All right, let's go. One guy loses his whole fucking allowance for the weekend. He's fucked. One buddy, for some reason, just won every fucking dollar in the casino. And 2 other guys break even. So the whole
Yeah.
time, the whole weekend, you got this mopey fucker. Hey, let's go. I can't go. I don't have any money. All right, well, have fun. I guess the cable's free. Have fun. I ain't giving you money, dipshit. You gamble all away.
I
So
don't
you
know.
always got
Depending
Vegas is really
depending
set.
on how much depending on how much money I want, I'd probably float him another 100. It's like, whatever, man. Go hit a slot machine.
Yeah, well, we all got that buddy, that mooched his way to get there in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there are some people that just genuinely just fall on hard times, and there's nothing they can do about it but try.
Yeah, but there's some people I know that didn't fall on hard times and still acted like that. I'm just going to leave it at that.
True, that is also very true.
When somebody's net worth is like 10 times yours, and like you got plenty of your own money, you're just being a little bit. I think a lot of that was an act to get away from you. Probably out doing MDNA at some kind of electro dance or something. Who knows? But Vegas really is an individual party spot. It really isn't something where you can take a group of guys and everybody's happy.
They're trying to make it a family fucking thing too, where people are bringing their kids and shit. Which, I mean, I get it. It's obviously more money, more customers, but doesn't that kind of ruin the whole fucking point of Vegas?
Yeah, Paz just goes, I don't understand how WWE can sell that many, understanding that it's fake. What? What do you mean it's fake?
You're talking about that none of those monologues are legitimate and personal to the wrestler.
Yeah. Well,
Those were
fake.
those weren't like from the heart. Those were rehearsed.
What? This is news. Is this news? Is this news? I mean, I was there.
What do you mean it's fake? I was there. I saw it.
When I fight guys, when I punch them, you know what I do? I slap my leg, so
Yeah, I saw it.
so really you'd hear the punch.
Yeah, and I always do flying double leg kicks.
Honestly, that close. It's the fakest shit I've ever seen. I mean, oh my god, it was like a bad, like stunt show. Like
Yeah,
when you
when
go
you
like to those like weird amusement park things, and they like have the old gunfight saloon, like act
yeah
out or
yeah
whatever.
yeah.
Oh god, it was really bad. I mean, like the punches weren't even close.
It does kind of ruin it when you look at it from a certain angle. The cameras really hide all of the what do you call it, the all the stunt work that they do, and try to emphasize how much their hits actually hurt.
No, it was bad. It was so phony. I didn't know. I mean, they are falling on their backs.
Well, I
I
mean
mean, I guess that hurts.
that's kind of the weird thing about wrestling, though, is that like, yeah, it's fake and yeah, it's scripted and all that shit, but even if it is scripted, they're still throwing grown ass men around like they're fucking rag dolls. Scripted or not, those motherfuckers are like throwing each other around, doing front flips and shit. Like that's not fucking easy.
Oh, it's incredible what they're doing. But it's basically
Yeah,
watching gymnastics.
yeah, it's gymnastics with a plot, even though the plot is stupid.
So I've been to the front row. I went to that other wrestling company's things, and those guys were literally punching each other in the face. It's crazy. I mean, it's not even. It's night and day difference.
Oh yeah,
Like,
wrestling back in the day was a whole other fucking level. Like there were people that legitimately took that shit seriously.
and I'm going to tell everybody right now, AEW, 1,000% superior to this garbage children's program that you call wrestling. I don't know what that is. It's garbage. Bad acting. That's what I call it.
I
My
have no idea what
God,
the
it was
difference
bad.
is.
Well, WWE is like watching like those bad '80s sitcoms, you know, when you see a guy punch somebody and he gets knocked like on a Dukes of Hazzard. Like you
Gotcha.
could
Okay.
definitely see that he missed the guy by 8 feet. But like you said, with the camera angles on TV, it looks like these guys are really getting the shit beat out of each other. But in real life, not so much. But on the other wrestling, guys were literally getting kicked in the head and shit. I mean, it wasn't like they were hitting.
I imagine they probably changed that shit now. I can't imagine that they're getting away with actually beating the shit out of each other nowadays.
Oh no, yes they do. They literally not to get. I'm going to geek out just for one more minute. 3 weeks ago, Edge took John Moxley, Dean Ambrose, you know, from the Shield from back in the day. All the nerds know what I'm talking about. Marco has no clue what I'm saying, but
Nope.
So the guy takes a 2x4 and drives 300 nails through it, right?
Uh-huh.
Lays it on the ground. Takes John Moxley, slams him onto it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Body slam onto the 2x4 of nails that are about enough to maybe kill a man. He gets up, the thing is stuck in his back. They can't get it off. I mean, they're literally puncturing skin and literally there's blood everywhere.
Well, duh.
It's like a bloodbath. It's like a horror film. Okay, PG, like WWE is like PG. AEW is like a horror film, like gore fest. It's just awesome. All right. I love wrestling, but I hate WWE. I don't know how else to say it. I went to the biggest thing they had, and I thought it was kind of lame.
Kind of weird how after they got rid of Vince McMahon, shit just kind of went downhill. But weirdly downhill in quality, but it somehow worked in their favor.
Yeah, much like our program when I started talking about wrestling tonight. I think that all the listeners are like, we're checking out. No wrestling talk. It's fake, you know.
This isn't what we fucking came in here for.
Yeah, like I said too. Yeah, you can literally see them slapping themselves.
Yeah.
To make it sound like they're hitting the guy. I'm like, I've never noticed that before. I think only WWE does that.
Nah,
shit wrestling.
There's a bunch of wrestling tropes where it's full of shit like that. I do like seeing amateur wrestling events every now and then, where they like. I saw one the other day that had me fucking dying, where there was like one of those guys, like you said, where there was just like this motherfucker had to have weighed like 400 pounds, had glasses, ponytail, you know what I mean, and he was just standing there in the crowd, and again, this was just in like some fucking like school gymnasium or something, you know what I mean? But there was the wrestlers like go over the rope and they fall over and they hit the ground. One of them gets up and you see him like look at the turnbuckle like he's about to do something, but then he looks over and he sees the fat dude, and then he just springs off of the fat dude's chest, does a backflip, and lands on the wrestler.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and the fat dude just took it like a champ, and he was pumped. But it was just like out of fucking nowhere. Like, what in the absolute fuck did I just see?
Oh man, I love comedy wrestling. There's a lot of good comedy wrestling out now.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some fucking hilarious shit that has been made of wrestling, and there's some funny shit that was meant to be serious, but it ended up being hilarious. But either way,
Like literally, I saw one the other day. It was Wendy from Wendy's versus Captain Crunch.
oh, that's
And
some
then
that's some YouTube shit.
And I think Barney ran in for some interference. I mean, just weird shit like that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
Now,
just goofy shit.
I've talked about this a couple of times in the show. I'll mention it really quick, but I've been looking for this, and it's like it never existed. And maybe I'm crazy. But I used to watch a show on the XXX channel on DirecTV. It was an MMA show And the show was the guys had to fight, and whoever won the fight got to fucking fuck the hot chick, and whoever lost had to fuck the big fat chick that was eating donuts while they were having sex with her. And for God's sakes, I cannot find footage of that anywhere.
I can imagine why.
Do you know I got off work early every Friday night to go home and watch that live? It was the greatest thing ever.
Fucking why?
It was hilarious to see a woman bent over a bed eating a box of donuts while this guy that just got his ass kicked trying to fuck her. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. It might be the greatest piece of television. That is so odd. It's unfindable.
I can imagine that there's quite a few people that showed up on that would want that erased from history. I'm sure.
Just the sexism. I mean, literally, that poor woman, beyond being fat shamed.
I'm sure the donuts were good.
But she, like, every week would eat something new.
Was it the same chick?
It was the same chick, but every week they had a new hot chick.
So she was. Oh, that is rough. That's rough.
So if you want it, and literally, it goes so deep into the rules. So not only do you win, you don't have to do any of the work. You get to be on the bottom. You just won the fight. You get to relax. She's going to do everything to make you, end the evening. YouTube.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah. And
I gotta say, I've never heard of anything like this in my life.
It is the craziest thing ever. And everybody I tell the story to, like, dude, it never existed. I'm like, God damn it, it existed, and I'm going to find. I've been looking for years to find this show, and I can't find it. I know one of you out there might have it.
Someone has to have it. It might be hard to find, and it might be damn near impossible, but not entirely impossible. It's got to be out there if what he's saying is real. I'm pretty sure, like you said, I'm sure there has to have been somebody that has to have seen that before, because that definitely does sound like something that would be on some like fucking obscure HBO thing. You know what I mean? It's like that does sound like something that would exist at one point.
And it wasn't in like an arena. It was in a garage because you could see the garage door.
Of course.
I mean, it wasn't a high production show.
Well, you thought that they were gonna rent out the fucking UFC stadium?
Oh, I finally know. I remember the name of the channel. The name of the channel was the Spice Channel.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
On DirecTV, it was on the Spice Channel. I'll have to look that up. We'll have to Google it later and pull it up next week because it's one of those things. Like, I know it exists.
What do you mean we? You're the one that brought this shit up.
I was talking about the listening audience as a we.
Oh, okay. The collective we.
Yeah, the collective we that we love you so much. And we just call us we now. There's so few of us. So, real intimate audience. I love our audience. I love it. I like it.
Love it. Yeah. It's very chill. People
very
don't.
Intimate.
We just do our thing. The audience just does their thing. Listens to us in the background, bullshit about nothing. Make them laugh on occasion. It's a good time.
Yeah. Sometimes you rewind a little bit. And you're like, what did he say there? What?
Exactly.
Weird. Cool. But fucking, I don't know. So the edible is finally kicked in.
Perfect.
We didn't get. Okay, now I have a cool board. I want to hook it up. No, don't be a dick and ruin the show. Never mind. Well, next week I'll have the new board.
Oh yeah.
But I have applause. laughter, all kind. I have samples that we can hit at any time, and compression. I have compression finally. All I ever wanted is some compression, and I finally got it. So next week is going to sound amazing.
I can't wait to hear these copyright-free samples that you have.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's going to be amazing next week, in the new studio. So hopefully,
technology's amazing.
So I did a few shows over. Tried going back to StreamYard. Did a couple shows last week on the high premium tier, and it sounded like shit.
Really?
Rumble's like that fucking girlfriend. You know what I mean? It's like when she's on, she's on. Like there's nothing. This is the best thing out there. Like tonight, it's working like a fucking champ.
Other than missing a few things you say for the show, but other than that,
yeah. Well, it might have been me.
Also true.
A lot of it's me being high. Let's be honest.
What?
Yeah, you can send any links to Marijuana Happy Hour at gmail.com. Or as the scroll reads, at Marijuana Happy on Twitter. Yeah, so the show sounded like shit. None of the chats were coming. It was a fucking nightmare over there.
It has been a while since you used StreamYard. I'm sure that they did some changes and some updates since you last used it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be in 1080. It looks exactly the same. I don't know. So we'll be doing a lot of stuff this week. Tomorrow night will be the first night in the new studio. We'll see how it sounds. And hopefully, I don't want to do it tonight because I didn't want it to be a fucking technical nightmare.
Fair. That's fair.
Because this is the most important show on the network right now, and I'm not fucking it with fucking around with shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thank you for having enough forethought for that, at least.
I didn't want to be a night going, why the fuck isn't this working?
Yeah, and then a half hour into the show, it's like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it live. We've been live.
We'll just go back to the original way. What a waste of time. So we'll see. Tune in tomorrow night just for the comedy alone.
Yes, absolutely. At MHH Network on YouTube and Rumble.
Millennial Johnny tries to log on with a real microphone. I got a great microphone, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Dude, you're not even going to believe what I found. Let me find it. I got it sitting right here.
What do you mean found?
I went to a pawn shop today, and I've been looking for this mic for about 12 years.
You went and looked for a specific mic that's 12 years old?
No, I wanted one from the 70s. I wanted a 1970s badass announcement microphone.
And you found one in a pawn shop that fucking works?
Yes.
It works.
It works like a champ. It sounds so fucking good. These mics are magic. Guys used to do voiceovers in the 70s. The guys that used to do the monster truck. Sunday. Things back in the 80s used to use these mics. We've heard of these mics in broadcasting school when I was a kid. And I said, I don't want to really, really go for it until I find one of these mics because it's the only mic that could capture the essence of a Johnny Cush AM 1420. And it is. It doesn't say the exact year, but it's a 70s model. It weighs literally, I'm going to say 8 pounds.
Yeah, those microphones were heavy duty.
Solid steel casing. It is a Shure 515 SDX. Low HZ.
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google that. I have no idea what that is.
That's the low HZ that doesn't exist anymore. It eliminates that digital pop and that digital weirdness.
Right. But you still have to record it on a digital format, is the thing. I imagine you got an adapter of some kind.
Yeah, I got a what do you call it? A audio interface with a board.
Gotcha. Okay.
With sound effects built in. Voice changer, the whole works. I mean, it's beautiful, and it's been sitting in a box now for about a month and a half.
Well, yeah, but you needed all the pieces.
Yeah, and I just wanted to, and I have to use it in the house because the internet doesn't come to the. It's a whole thing. But anyways, Wednesday night, listening tomorrow night. Big Daddy with his new equipment. It's either going to be the best show of my career, or it's going to be 2 hours of Bill O'Reilly saying "fuck it, we'll do it live."
Isn't that usually the show, though?
Uh,
I am curious to see how that old mic goes. I imagine that, like you said, you are right about that. There is something about those old fucking mics where they just keep fucking trucking no matter what. But there are just some old mics that I've come across where you listen to, you record yourself and then you listen to it and you're just like, oh, okay, so somebody dropped this in a fish tank or something, right?
yep, the that Radio Shack curse.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
That
fucking. Hang on a second. There's a big ass spider.
Spider-Man. Well, you cannot go with Marco. He'll fuck around.
Fuck no. I was the motherfucker that had to kill the spiders because I was surrounded by a bunch of pussies. They're scared of spiders, scared of a goddamn bug.
You know what? I don't kill bugs.
I
I
only
won't
kill
do it.
bugs. I only kill bugs if they're inside my house. If I'm outside, I leave bugs alone.
I've gotten to the point now where I just name them.
That's how you get an infestation.
Yeah, but like it's just, hey, what's up, Fred? Just stay away from me, and we're cool, right?
And who is
Most of
Fred?
the big, giant black spider that runs across the fucking nightstand every once in a while.
See, you assume that Fred is male.
Yeah.
And what if Fred is female?
Oh, maybe Fredina. Maybe it's trans.
I don't think you get what I'm implying here.
I don't know either.
If
I,
the spider that you named Fred is not male, it is female, then you
yeah.
run the risk of it laying eggs.
Oh, see, you're practical.
Yes. So that's why I'm not going to be a fucking nerd about it. It'd be like, is this a female spider or a male spider? Well, judging by the size and the color of the abdomen, it's fucking dead. Who cares?
Honestly, hands up in the air. What I usually do is I'll take a glass up against the wall, put the paper under it, take the spider out of the room gently, go to the bathroom, put the spider in the toilet, and flush that bastard straight to hell where he belongs.
I mean, that's an option. That is an option. But I actually like spiders. I hate to kill them, but I do like spiders because they eat the bugs that I also hate. So that's why I leave spiders alone when I can.
The one thing I do hate is crickets. When you get a cricket stuck in your house, it'll drive you fucking nuts.
Oh, do yourself a favor. And do you know what a cicada is?
Yes.
Yeah, cicadas are fucked. Um, I'm assuming that you've heard what happens when cicadas are born.
No.
Okay, so a cicada's life cycle is basically at cicadas are a problem in like a big chunk of the southern region of our country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing that happens is obviously they get infested with cicadas just all over the place, like it's a goddamn fucking like it's a famine or something, like locusts. You know what I mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
then, after they're done fucking, the ground is just littered with cicada carcasses.
Oh,
They just fuck until they die, and then the females go and lay their eggs into the dirt, and then they go and die. And so then, after I think it's a gestation, basically like a period of like every 7 years or something like that, the cicadas then hatch, and then when they eventually get big enough to crawl out of the dirt, they do nothing but chirp they just scream at an ungodly level for literal days.
that would drive me in fucking insane.
I'm not even kidding, dude. Look it up. The crickets ain't shit.
But just a cricket in your house, one cricket,
Oh, I'll find
that
it. And if I
you
don't kill
can't.
it, I'm tossing it.
There's been nights where I got high and there was a cricket, and I'm like, you motherfucker. Oh, it's in the closet. You rip your whole closet apart. It's not in there. Oh no, it's under the bed. No, it's not there either. Where the fuck is this fucker?
There's no
And then,
females when you hear fuck off.
and at one point, the cricket will come out and tease you. I'm over here, motherfucker. And then they have the weird jumps. You can't. They jump in weird ways. They don't jump normal. They jump in angles.
I used to catch crickets all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, but when there's that one in your house and you're high,
Well, yeah, when you're high, it's a little more difficult, I suppose.
and you ripped apart your whole house.
Yeah, you flipped over your mattress and your coffee table and shit.
Oh my god, chirp! I mean, Jiminy, I'm gonna get you, Jiminy Cricket.
Of course, you named it Jiminy. What else were you gonna name it?
Oh, fucking crickets! I hate them. I hate crickets. I hate insects of all kinds.
Yeah, but one thing I do
Who's
like.
with me?
I,
Who's with me?
I think the only people that will disagree with you are literal bug scientists.
Yeah, bugs are cool outside.
Yeah, in their natural environment, yeah, bugs are cool. But as soon as you enter my house, no, you're dead.
Oh, and then flies. The loud fly, a loud fly that buzzes your ear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that'll ruin your whole afternoon.
yeah, you ever got bit by a horsefly?
Yes.
Oh my god, that shit hurts like a motherfucker. Oh my god.
Yeah, at least that giant fucking golf ball welt size on your chest.
Oh god. Yeah, my brother got fucking swarmed by horseflies at one point. He got bit all over the place. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's the day I decided to stay away from agriculture. You want to go to the farm? No. I don't ever want to go to another farm as long as I live.
I don't know, man. Farms are cool. It depends on what the farm is. Yeah, I can imagine just working with some animals would be difficult. I don't want to be anywhere near fucking cows. Cows are stupid.
That fucking smell, that cow
Oh,
shit smell that engulfs the whole town.
yeah,
When I was
literally the whole goddamn time.
growing up surrounded by fucking farmers and farms, and every fucking day it's just chemicals and fucking shit smell every day. The whole town just smells like shit.
And then you move to Vegas, where everything smells like piss and booze.
Oh, it's beautiful here, nice little suburb. It's fine. It's literally paradise in
It's
hell.
in some areas.
Except for that fat fuck that lives behind me. But that's for a whole other. I'm
Yeah,
done arguing with people. What a dumb period of my career.
a big chunk of your career. Pretty much as long as
Yeah,
I've known you, I think.
yeah. I went in the old school fashion. Take out your enemies and then take their fans. No, it doesn't work that anymore. Now the fans just want to kill you.
Yeah, pretty much. And also, why the hell would you want his fans?
It's all right. It's all right.
We got
It's
our
all
fan.
right, baby.
That's all we need.
We know the threshold here. Hey, if you're a community and you're starting to get into us, one I'm going to come on and say, I don't like these kind of people.
Exactly.
The Sturgis one was not a good one for us. Me.
No. Yeah, you specifically. Somehow I skated by that.
Yeah, that one wasn't good. They didn't like my Sturgis comments, and I'll keep them to myself.
I mean, the episode's still up. I guess they haven't managed to take it down.
Yeah, let's see. We're here tonight. We're too stoned. It's Marco and Johnny making you rap through the night. So we got through the 420 holiday. We got new things are coming.
Yes, sir.
And Marco is over there on his Twitch channel. If you catch us next Monday night, I think tomorrow night. I think last night was a good night to just cruise, chill. But next week we are gonna fucking fight some goddamn Reaper ass.
Oh yeah. Once we pick up some more companions and we dig into the plot a little more, we'll take it to the Reapers again for sure.
Fear the Reapers.
I know. I hear it every time someone mentions the Reapers. It's always that song that pops into my head.
Now, one cool find I made this week at the Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
I found something so cool. It's like my childhood dreams have all come true this week. I've been looking for one of these for a long time, but I found it. And I'm going to put a picture up if I can hit the button. I'm that high. I found a poison pinto. Do you know how rare a poison pinto is?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
It's one of the most collected Hot Wheels cars of all time.
And you found that at a Goodwill? I mean, it's a little banged up, but
yeah, I'm thinking about maybe restoring it, maybe getting a new stripe, maybe a new kit for it. But the collectors say no, keep it as is.
I mean, yeah, it proves its age. I guess I'm not super familiar with the Hot Wheels market, but that is cool. I guess it's a neat looking Hot Wheel.
It's still got lead paint.
Oh yeah, you could taste it. You could taste the lead for authenticity.
The poison pinto.
Lead poison pinto.
See, back in the day, the pinto. If you drove a pinto, you were a loser. Why is it not popping? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Whoa, hold on. Yeah, it looks. My other picture I put from farther away looks better than that, but it's it's got a 4-barrel, dual carb out of the hood.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to enter it into the 3D bot race.
The 3D bot race. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's a something I'm into too. It's they race these little Matchbox cars.
Okay.
On TV. And you can send your entry in. And we're sending it in as MHH Network, baby. Poison Pinto.
Will they accept a Hot Wheel? Don't you have to build your own car for that?
Nope. I don't know. I'm thinking about, we got to look into it a little more, but we're gonna do it, baby. It's still got the graphite, the lead. This fucking car will fly down that track, baby, and we'll take them all.
Hey, maybe. I've seen Hot Wheels do some fucking crazy shit.
This car's worth $18,000. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say bullshit. It's $18,000.
It's worth about $25.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way that thing is the rarest The fact
Uh,
that
I,
thing is
s-
even worth $25 is admirable at the very least. At least it's worth some money.
yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I saw that today. I'm like, oh my god, that's got to be worth like $100,000. I mean, there's no way nobody had it. I've never seen one of these in $20. Like those baseball card guys too.
Yeah, to the average person, baseball cards ain't worth shit. But to the right person, oh yeah.
What a waste of a
Yeah.
life collecting stupid shit.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things of like where collecting baseball cards and shit like that is like that's just shit that you did before the internet. You know what I mean? Like that was a
Hmm.
hobby. That was just shit that you did. But nowadays there are people that still collect baseball cards and collect comic books and shit. It's like that is beyond insane to me.
I still can't understand that. There's a business. Like guys have like businesses still where they sell baseball cards.
Yeah, in the trailer park I used to live in, there was literally one of my neighbors. That was his fucking job, was that he would literally just find shit and sell it on eBay to nerds. And that's how he made his living.
And Paz remembers the poison pinto.
Pepperidge
I,
Farm remembers.
it's the it's the bee's knees. It's even got the government bumper on the back.
So you know it's genuine.
Yeah, because back in the day, they built these cars. They were like $800, brand new, like the real cars, the Pintos.
Right, right.
And if you got rear-ended, the car would explode. So the government says, "Well, we can fix the problem. Why don't you just put a bigger bumper on the back?"
Did it
So they
work?
put a bigger bumper on the back, and it just made the car explode faster.
Ah, well, and you thought Teslas were bad.
Oh my god! No, it was like the first disaster car ever built.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of other disaster cars that have been made if we dug deep enough.
So most of those Pintos were recalled, and a lot of them ended up in like they would do like races on weekends, and demolition derby cars where they take the gas tanks out of the back,
Well,
and
yeah,
somehow it was safer to put the gas tank inside the car. Apparently, that was safer.
yeah, yeah. You just use them as scrap. You just crush them under a monster truck. Why the fuck not?
So I bet you've probably never seen a Pinto in real life.
I mean, I'm not a huge car guy. I'm sure I probably have and didn't realize what the fuck it was I was looking at. But yeah, I can't imagine there's a whole lot of them left on the road if they're already pieces of shit from day one.
Yeah, he says it's like a 3D image of an object that some redneck rendered from some reality soapbox rally.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. Did you ever do the Boy Scouts?
Yes, I did, but I never participated in the boxcar racing. I was doing other shit.
Oh, you never got to carve the block of wood into a car?
No, no, I didn't. I didn't do that. I was doing other shit like you know, hiking mountains, rock climbing, archery, learning how to shoot a gun. You know, important stuff.
Huh. Yeah, they gave us a block of wood, four wheels, and it went down the track.
Yeah, I know I know what you're talking about. I have seen it before. I just never really took an interest in it because I'm like, that's fucking Weeblo shit, right? Like that's
Yep.
literal like Cub Scouts stuff. And I get that's
I,
like a tradition or whatever. I'm just like, no, I'd rather learn how to survive in the woods rather than learning how to make a toy.
yeah, I went to my uncle's junkyard and he grinded it down, made it great, and it looked like a NASCAR. It was cool.
I yeah, no, I'm not talking shit about it. It's a hobby. It's a hobby like
Oh,
any other. Just because I don't understand it or I think it's stupid, it doesn't doesn't mean you should get any less enjoyment from it. If it makes sense to you and you fucking enjoy it, do whatever the hell you want, man.
No, that was the most crushing experience of my life. That building that car.
Oh, did yours not make the cut?
I won the local, like at my local. What do you call it? Troop.
Yeah,
You know, there was
you won against your troop.
yeah. It was like 30 kids, and I won. Like my car was. I mean, it like just kicked everybody's ass. Like no problem. Like no, your uncle's a mechanic and did your car for you. I'm like, well, yeah, he did. I cheated. I won. Awesome. And then I go to the nationals. This not the nationals, the state.
Mhm.
After murdering everybody in my town, I'm standing there all confident. I'm like, oh, I'm taking this. I'm taking the whole prize.
Little did you know you were going up against other people who also had family members who were mechanics.
And geoengineers.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm sitting there. I'm confident. I'm talking shit to people. Like, you have no idea. Like, your car looks really good. I'm like, yeah, dude, you have no idea how fast it is. First race, I come in fourth place, like by a mile. They fucking wipe my ass.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just says, in your little pond, you're the biggest one there, but when you get out to the sea, you ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you realize what happens when you start meeting people from other places and you start seeing, yeah, like you said, when people is like, oh, so that's what it looks like when you actually put 100% of your effort into something, huh? That's uh that's kind of terrifying.
Oh my god, yeah, it's crazy. Oh Jesus Christ, to have that much free time.
For real. Just carving a piece of wood to make it aerodynamic just for shits and giggles.
And it really made me feel. I really felt terrible. I was crying. I'm like, how did that happen? How
But
bad was everybody else's car in my town?
is everybody else in my troop really just that bad that I just curb stomped them without even trying?
It's like that King of the Mountain I was talking about, where they race the Hot Wheels cars. It's like a couple of them don't even make it down the track. They're so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the babies murdered on there. It's crazy. Yeah, I have way too much energy tonight because that's the first hour of being hungover free.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you have a bit of a different demeanor than yet last night for sure.
And hope we'll keep it up next week. It's tough. Tough. Stop drinking, folks. It's not good for you.
You need to tell yourself that. You tell yourself that every 2 weeks, I swear to God.
I know, and it's always like, well, just for this. And then this time, no. When I woke up and was that sick, I go, remember this. Remember this moment. Next time you want to drink, this is how exactly it's going to end up for you. You're going to be throwing up with some pig on your bed.
Why do I get the feeling
Literally.
that this isn't the first time you've said that to yourself?
Yeah, it's stupid. Stupid. It's WrestleMania, bro. Easter, 420. I got to cut There's no excuse for any of it.
No, you don't need an excuse. You just needed to drink. That's all it was.
I needed to let loose. I've been, working hard at this podcast. Oh my god! I just needed to cut loose of not doing anything.
Yeah, I've been busting my ass doing a show for a dozen people.
Oh, dude! You know what? Pause. You remember we talked about doing the watermelons last week, and I had the watermelon, and it went bad because I didn't do it.
Damn, that sucks.
I got me a soft melon, so I gotta go get a new melon.
And I imagine trying to get a fucking watermelon in Vegas is like 3 times the price of anywhere else.
Yeah, Vegas is different than it used to be.
You don't say.
I do like it though. I do like it. I do like it getting expensive. Because then I can sell this shit and go live in a place where I don't have to deal with anything or anybody ever again. I want to be the next Art Bell living in the desert, nobody around. I'll put a helicopter pad out back so I can fly girls in and out and supplies. But other than that, leave me the fuck alone.
You're gonna be the one dude that has like a DoorDash helicopter.
Just all day, nonstop flights, round trip to my place. 3 rodeo cheeseburgers, please, pronto.
Yeah, you don't even have to pay them for the food. You just pay for fuel, and then just throw in the $20 every now and then. Just be like, "Yeah, I just need 3 rodeo cheeseburgers at a rate of every 6 hours. Thanks."
All right, dude, we just did it. Business idea. What are we up to? 787.
Something like that.
You get your own drone that does your own door dashing for you. Your drone goes to Burger King. Burger King puts shit in your drone, and you fly your drone back. It goes through the drive-through.
If you think someone won't take advantage and throw a rock at your drone just to get free food,
Well, I'm going to take that chance. There's also a chance that the DoorDash driver spits on your shit.
also true. That is true.
I don't know. I don't know people that I don't know. I don't know a person. I would never do anything to anybody's food to harm them.
No,
Ever. That's just one
no,
code I will never cross, no matter what you do to me. I don't care what you
no,
do to me. I will never do that shit that
no.
people think it's funny.
The only time I will ever fuck with someone's food is if I'm like legitimately trying to kill you. That is the only reason why you fuck with anyone's food is if you're trying to harm them. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, food
So
poison. Yeah,
having your
intentionally
own,
giving someone sick with like food poisoning or something, that is beyond fucked up.
and your DoorDash fees would be over. You just pay for the drone.
Yeah, but you would have to get a drone that's strong enough to be able to carry all the food.
They already have them.
I know, but it's not going to be like a fucking pocket drone that you get at Walmart, is what I'm saying.
No, but I think we could design one. Have it. Well, if it wasn't for these fucking, you know what, Trump, you're ruining our dreams. Because we could probably have this goddamn thing built in China for, I don't know, $18. But no, the
China
tariffs
probably
are going to be
China's
$56 now.
China's stealing our idea right now as we speak.
Yep. Ain't going to take the name Too Stoned.
Two drone.
Drone. Too Drone. Oh, yeah, man. Samson agrees. Uh, yeah. Wouldn't you love to fly your own drone to Taco Bell right now? Wouldn't that be awesome?
It would make things a lot easier for sure. But again, I wouldn't trust anybody not to fuck with my drone. But it would also maybe just because of my area that I'm in, I would also imagine an eagle or a hawk or something just fucking up my drone just to get my food.
That's true. I've seen the drone robots that are on the ground, but those get run over and shit.
Yeah, people fuck with those.
I think you could lease those out like on a subscription.
Probably, but it's probably at a rate that you can't even fucking afford unless you're a goddamn politician or a lawyer or something.
Uh-huh. I don't know. People are paying $275 a month to go shoot guns.
Which is ridiculous.
So I mean, $99 a month for drone rental. Sound
There's
stiff?
there's no way it's $99. It's got to be more than that.
I mean, we could build these drones in China for $18.
Not with these tariffs.
Yeah, like I said, fucking Trump breaking our dreams.
Just give it 4 more years. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Uber Eats drivers, your days are coming, and we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. We're coming for your jobs. We're coming for your tips.
Be able to fucking sit at home and watch your fucking... Because you don't have to fly the drone. It'll just fly itself.
I mean, there are automated functions for drones, yeah, but I think I would still watch it.
Oh, fuck. I put up on my fucking big screen TV. Fucking my buddy drone going to get my shit for me. Fuck yeah, watching that. God, think about going to 7-Eleven and just getting some Slim Jims and shit.
You got a little basket that just hangs off of your drone. You put the cash inside.
Yeah, or you do it all credit card style. Your drone shows up, the fucking package comes out, robot picks it up. You're good to go. No customer involved. Fucking 7-Eleven's just making shitloads of money throwing shit into a tube.
I have seen people do that with like RC cars, where they like drive into a store and they have like a little sign on it that says what they want and then the money's in the fucking thing. But again, I'm just like you're driving an RC car. You're just begging a stray dog to just come and swipe that shit.
Yeah, we'd have to have like special boxes and containers that we'd have to contract through the restaurants and all that shit. But
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Is like this is gonna take a lot more money than you think.
I'm pretty sure Taco Bell would love to get rid of the delivery drivers and just have drones picking the shit up. You don't have to deal with the fucking drivers' attitudes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm if there was a way that they already. What was it? I think it was Domino's. They had like the fucking self-driving car that delivered your pizza.
Yep. God, imagine a chick that could fucking fly a fucking drone to Walgreens and get tampons.
Yeah, that would make things a hell of a lot better and easier for sure.
Right now, I would love to go into my phone and go, hey, drone delivery service, get ready, bro. Hope you're charged because I want some Twinkies and chocolate milk. Let me know when you're back, buddy. And fucking gets up, fucking flies through my neighborhood. I'm not drinking and driving anymore. Fucking deliver alcohol. That would be beyond solving a lot of problems.
I think something tells me that I think that you think that drones are smarter than they actually are. You still have to control them.
I'm watching a lot of movies.
Yeah, the drone isn't a fucking robot.
Well, we're getting close.
We're getting close. Yeah, AI is getting smarter by the day. But yeah, we're almost there.
I mean, fucking cars are driving people around with nobody in them.
Yeah, that's a fucking computer.
Well, you have a computer on your drone. Just a
Yeah,
smaller one.
but you don't talk. Yeah, but you don't talk to the fucking. You don't talk to your car. You're talking to the system that is plugged into the car. You can't tell your car to like. You could tell your car like, "Hey, go to the fucking gas station," or "Hey, go to the 7-Eleven." Okay, but that's because it's just using GPS to go and do that. You can't tell your car like, "Hey, go drive into that fucking lake," because it's not a robot. It's a car.
What are they? Wayfarers? Is that what those are?
Wayfarers?
I think the Waymos. Waymo.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, the name of the self-driving cars.
I'm not sure if that's it.
Oh yeah, Waymo. Waymo. Yeah. Did you see the thing where the horns go off in the parking lot of where they rest at night? They like They keep tripping the alarms of each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I have seen that.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
that would fucking suck. Just one car alarm just has a domino effect of all the other ones.
Oh my God. It's. I don't know if I want to drive in one of those or not. Jimmy Kimmel had his aunt get picked up by one of those, his 90-something-year-old aunt or whatever, and she was
Right.
freaking out.
Oh yeah. She probably thought the car was fucking possessed with a demon or something.
But goddamn, what are the chances of a person flipping out, though? You know what I mean? Having a health thing, or what's more dangerous, a human or a computer?
I mean, it depends on the human and it depends on the computer, right?
I mean, the human behavior is not going to be consistent of driving you. You know, a
No.
human could
Right.
experience a bad breakup, or having you know
But that's the issue that we
a
have
bad day.
is that well the issue that we have with that is that we can't have a way to where humans and computers are driving simultaneously because humans aren't perfect, like you said. We we lose track of things. We make miscalculations all the time. We get distracted. We get into accidents all the time. Computers are perfect by design. But the only way that a computer can run at optimal efficiency, like it's programmed to do, is if literally every other car is on the same wavelength and uses the same programming. But that's not the case. So you're asking a program that is meant to be thinking logically and perfectly, and you're asking it to compensate for human stupidity.
Yeah, like a RC car ain't gonna realize that there's a car coming 120 miles an hour up behind him.
Exactly.
It's a
And
stupid
and
shit.
yeah, and if it does, it's gonna be like, oh shit, well, what am I gonna do? And then it gets hit. It's like, well, yeah, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You kind of just brace for impact, right? That's all you do.
Yeah, we flying cars. It's 2025. Where are they?
There's
You
no
know,
way we're gonna have flying cars, and if we do, it's gonna go horribly.
I mean, the way airplanes are falling from the sky lately.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You really want to have people. There's no way that you can have a flying car without a piloting license. There's no fucking way.
No, or a human drone. There are a lot of human drones now I'm seeing popping up all over the internet. Whether they're real or
Yeah,
not, you'll never know.
I'm sure some of them are real.
Fucking you fuck around and find out. Ask John Denver.
Yeah, yeah. I'm. You're not gonna catch me on any of those fucking human drones. Like, for one, if you really wanted to fly up that high up in the air, we actually had an invention for that a long ass time ago. It's called a hot air balloon. You didn't have to
Oh,
drop hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a drone that's capable of carrying you.
and by the 100,000%, fuck no, I'm ever going up on a hot air balloon.
No, fuck no.
Those people are fucking crazy.
First of all, yeah, anybody who commands a hot air balloon and actually flies a hot air balloon, you are insane. And also the guy who invented the hot air balloon, I'm pretty sure he was a fucking lunatic too. Because who the fuck would want to fly around in a basket flying around using nothing but hot air? That is insane.
I know, and you got to walk around with one of the mustaches, the curlies on the ends.
That's just part of the gig. You have to do it when you get your hot air balloon license. Like, you got to grow the mustache. It's part of the tradition.
Yeah, you need some kind of weird Willy Wonka looking hat.
And the goggles. Don't forget the goggles.
Fucking goggles. AI put AI sexual robots and they become capable of saying consent or not, then we are really what? He's worried about his sex robot asking for consent. Pause. Glad to say I have now smart AI programming. Yeah, you can't slap your doll's ass.
Yeah.
She doesn't want it.
Actually, there's a video game kind of about that. That maybe I'll have you play, but it's kind of about that concept of a not so distant future where androids are basically like they're considered tools. They're like your iPhone or your TV or your toaster. You know what I mean? They're robot servants that go around and do stuff for you. But there are also people that take that way to the extreme, you know.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but that's also kind of the point of the game is that like, well, yeah, these things are robots, but they look human, they react like humans, and then there are some of these robots in the game that actually develop their own independent thought, and that raises questions. You know what I mean?
But the funny thing is with those, don't most of the people end up doing the same shit?
What do you mean?
Like there's not like they give you a lot of choices, but don't like a lot of the choices end up being the same. Like like a mass majority of the people kind of think alike and all kind of go the same way.
Well, in most games, yeah,
Yeah, isn't that
but
weird?
in I mean, not really. It makes sense from a game making standpoint. Is called the illusion of choice,
I
where
gotcha.
where if you present it to where it seems like your decisions matter, then it doesn't matter because the player is entertained. But then if they played the game a second time, then they realize that the decisions didn't matter anyway because they played it a second time and played it different. You know what I mean? But if they
Yeah,
played it the first time and they don't notice, well, then job well done.
yeah, I'm starting to realize a pattern with the women. They don't listen on that game.
Yeah, yeah. That's always a yeah that's always a there's always someone that doesn't listen for some goddamn reason.
Here is the whole recap of Ozark with Jason Bateman from Netflix back in the day. Guy laundering money. His wife finds out every week the guy has to fix a problem that his wife has created. End of show. All right, that's it. It's 4 seasons. Every episode of trying to shut his fucking wife up. If she would have found out, everything would have been fine. Breaking Bad. Everything was fine until the wife found out, and then everything went to hell.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that I can find that liked her character, but I think that's the point.
Yeah, Amanda Gunn, she's so hot. She's so hot, bro. I saw her at Comic Con '07. Smoking, bro. Smoking. Oh, really that high right now. Oh, this is rare. Bro.
This is rare.
Bro. Dude, bro. Hey. I'm usually not properly hydrated before a program like I am tonight. All right, so holy fuck, dude. Okay, all right, let's wrap this fucker up here at the bottom of the hour. We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah, you just noticed it. I noticed that you noticed our recording went on for 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. That's when you noticed.
Right at the fucking wow. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
2 2 2 2 2. Yeah, make a wish, man. Make us number one tonight.
Is that your wish? Oh no, wait! Don't tell me. It won't come true.
No, I don't know what. You know what? I nothing. Everything's great. Nothing to worry about.
Wishes are for women and children.
You know, you do a lot of shit when you're drinking. You let a lot of people down, and you do a lot of stupid shit. And you know, but do I need to live in shame for the rest of my life over it? No. I consider myself a punk rock radio guy, and you got to go out and do punk rock radio shit once in a while. All right.
Sure. And like any punk rock radio or punk rock show, mostly it's out of your own pocket and it's free and cheap as fuck. But that's the point.
Pause Reality says could to be dickhead proof by flying cars because he's worried about the teenagers. These fucking teenagers, teenagers all the time. It's always a problem with the teenagers. You know what I mean?
Listen, I understand that you're a generation above me, but don't you go into bitching about teenagers now.
Just as always a wild pack of teenagers that cause problems.
Yeah, because you're in goddamn Vegas. Of course there's going to be teenagers fucking shit up.
There's nothing for these kids to do. They turn to crime. And, fucking hitting drones out of the sky, delivering you, some licorice.
I just wanted some fucking Twizzlers.
I'll just back. So Shark Tank. That's our pitch. We haven't heard back from Shark Tank yet.
One of them will hit. One of them will hit eventually.
We've had 787 of them so far. 0 bites. But we're entrepreneurs.
I think the problem is that we have a bunch of great ideas, but then as soon as we go to, all right, so what's your plan for that? What do you mean? Isn't that your department? You're the one that has the money and the resources. I don't know what the fuck out. I don't know how to do that shit.
I don't either. Oh my god.
Well, if you're so goddamn smart, why did I think of the idea?
I don't know why somebody doesn't just sign us, take advantage of us.
Because nobody wants to pay us to get high and just think of stupid ideas.
And run the show for us and, run all of our social media.
Yeah, do all that tedious, boring shit that I couldn't give a single fuck about.
I don't know how anybody does it without bots or help.
Yeah, they have to have a program or a bot that just does all that shit for them. It has to.
We're live on 5 fucking platforms tonight. We're, I gotta go. I gotta post shit on. We've done this whole thing. I gotta post thing on fucking 18 different things now to get 4 listeners. It's a grind.
It really is. And it's slow as fuck, but we are making traction and we are making progress somehow.
And you know what? You know who's better to work a grind? A guy that's high all day and has nothing better to do to create art for all of you. I'm a pod artist. I'm no longer a podcaster. I'm a pod artist. I'm a creator. I'm good. Not at all.
I'm an obscure artist. I'm so obscure that nobody gets me but me.
Yeah, I'm the Andy Warhol of my time. I'll be a genius after I'm gone.
Long after I'm dead. And I mean 5,000 years from now when the nukes have gone off and somehow this is the show that survives.
Yeah, Marco's dad broke the code on me about 1.5 years ago. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
One thing, every once in a while you get an email that always sticks to you. Here and there. Every once in a while. You always remember. It's weird. You get 1 million emails, but you always remember just those few.
Yeah, some of them stick to with you. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. And I'm not going to clarify which.
No. All right, we did 2.5 hours tonight. We aimed for 2 stone tonight. We came on 2 stone. I did.
Oh yeah, I was rip roaring ready to go like an hour ago. I was playing some Elder Scrolls, minding my own business, and then I looked down. I was like, oh shit, I gotta jump in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was a weird night tonight. I was just ready to go early. It was strange. This mango kush really just snapped me back to life.
Well,
Hi, it
definitely.
tastes.
I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for it then if it bounced you back from your hangover of your 4-day bender of drinking Jack Daniels.
Yeah, only one day of Jack. The next time, Miller Lights.
Okay, that's not really much better, but still.
No, it was just a come down, liquor come down. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a whole thing. It's really just one good night and barely making it through the next couple. But,
Yeah.
once a year, it's 420. Teacher just got the day off. Back to school on Thursday in the marijuana happy hour. Shameful plug before the end of the program tonight. We also have MHH Johnny's Picks, which is a dream on the premium. Oh my God, it's a dream.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, it's still a dream with the commercials. It's free. Everything we do is free, by the way. Everything.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah. You literally have nothing to bitch about. There are people that bitch about this show, and every time I'm just like, it's a free show. What are you bitching about? The only one who's wasting their time is you.
If you want us to show up and be good, we need about 5,000 a month each. So
Yeah, we
get
need some
together, figure it
incentive.
out.
Why the hell would I put in any effort into this for free?
You want me to go into a professional studio and not smoke for 2.5 hours? Well, let's get some fucking money here. No, I'm kidding, folks. What we're doing is we're chasing away everybody because we're getting ready to leave.
It's what we do.
That's how we go. Show's over because we know the second you ask for one dime, and by the way, don't send us any money.
Yes. And we're not just saying that because we have no way to do so at the moment. Even if we did, don't send us money. There are people
Yeah.
that deserve the money way more than us.
Yes. But Pause has still got some invention fails.
Everybody has their own genius inventions.
I really thought the vagina lipstick was really a knock out of the park. The women test group, not so much.
No?
I don't like it.
Hmm.
I'd like a nice red snapper once in a while. Call me whatever. All right. We can go through all of our failed ideas because none of them have worked yet.
No. They either fail or turns out that somebody else already thought of it. Or they stole it from me because I'm just that smart.
Are we really? Are we like the what was that show? Was it fucking Knocked Up, where the guys were making the website that Mr. Skin had already made?
I can't. I'm not sure what you're referencing, to be honest.
So in the movie, they made up this site that just showed where like chicks showed their boobs.
Yeah.
So it was like when Jennifer Aniston took off her shirt in this movie, you go to this point.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were to do this website. And they got together. They were all these four broke guys coming. They had this idea, and they were building this website. And some guy comes up to him and goes, "Like what? Like Mr. Skin? The guy's been doing it for like ever, like the OG. Well, we never heard of him." And they Google him, and they're like, "Ah, fuck! We just wasted 2 years." That's got to suck. You build something, you're proud of it. There's got to be another podcast that sounds exactly like ours somewhere.
And I bet you it's Korean.
Yeah, it's something like in a different language.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still big in Guam, people. Still big in Guam.
Yes, what is it? You said that like 75% of the population listens to us?
Yes.
All right, so what
We're
is that
killing
like?
it.
Yeah, so what is it, like 20 of you?
Yeah, at least 18. Yeah, 20. A couple penguins.
Yeah, a couple penguins. Yeah, they got pets.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool. They're cool down there. They're cool guys.
Yeah, we count pets as fans.
Oh, God. All right. Well, we want to thank the great pause tonight. I don't know how we did. I don't know how. Fuck, dude. I don't know how we got. I'm sorry. We didn't do nothing.
No, we
I didn't
didn't
do.
do a damn thing.
I spent all day today putting together a show, and I didn't do one fucking ounce of it tonight. I love it. I love it. I love doing shows like this. That means we
Yeah,
had material.
yeah. Just kick back and bullshit for 2.5 hours.
All right. We'll be back Monday night on the Twitch stream.
Yes, at Marco V193 Monday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will continue our run of Mass Effect 2, but also just check the channel out. I'll be doing shit here and there, just doing random stuff. And also, maybe some point in the near future, keep an eye out. I'll have Johnny join me every so often just for a random showcase of just some, maybe just some like one-off streams where I just show him just some random ass video game I stumbled across where just to get him to go like, what in the absolute fuck is this?
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you a quick thing because I got a show coming up this weekend, and I want to ask you kind of your advice before we go off, and we'll keep it quick. And we're already 5 minutes over. I'm sorry, but this weekend I'm doing Spite albums.
Okay.
So I think the first one would be Black Sabbath versus Ozzy's first when they break up, and then the band puts out the record, and then the solo guy puts out the record.
I gotcha.
And,
Okay.
And you go track to track.
Okay.
Is the first song on the Black Sabbath record better than the first song on the Ozzy record?
Okay.
And you score it. And then you score it all the way down.
All right. Well, what I would throw as my contender in there, I guess, is the last Pantera album versus the first Damage Plan album.
Damage Plan album versus the Philosamo Down album.
Or yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like these guys hate each other, so like they were competing. They put the records up at the same time. Who won? But who really had the best record?
Well, I mean, Dimebag Darrell got fucking killed in Damage Plan, so I'm guessing Phil probably won that one.
Yeah, I mean, Damage Plan was so bad. No, they were great band. No, they were great. They had some cool riffs. They were just I don't know. It just seemed they were kind of they was kind of phoning it in, you know.
Yeah, it was. They were trying. And if Dimebag hadn't been shot, then maybe they could have grown into something bigger, or it just would have been hell yeah.
Yeah, Dimebag might have been playing at the Super Bowl last year. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, guy from Extreme did it a couple of years ago. Oh god, yeah. So yeah, all right.
But yeah, I'll do some digging and I'll see what I can think of for Spite albums.
Yeah, I was thinking, Van Halen, the 5150 versus the David Lee Roth record.
Right.
Any band that like the Aerosmith, when Aerosmith broke up and they both put band albums out, shit like that.
Okay, yeah, I might know a thing or two.
Now, do I do that show on YouTube with no music clips? Or do I do the full fucking show, go 2 hours, and play each clip? Or at least a minute of each clip? Would be a better show, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be better.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but I mean, like I said, if you have the proper setup, like that isn't your phone, you could download. There's a program I've heard people say is like OBS, is a program that you can use on your computer for streaming and recording and stuff. Couldn't you just play the Spotify or something simultaneously, like in the background?
Yeah, I did that, and it's got that weird. It's still weird roboting, but I'm going to try it with the new connection. Hopefully, it's a better connection, and I'll try it
Okay.
again. Because I have the computer hooked right up, and another thing where I could just play the music right from Spotify into the thing, but for some reason it just wasn't fast enough to record. But I can
All right.
record them. I can record them too and play them. That's another option. I don't have to do everything live, I guess, do I?
I mean, you don't really have to. No.
I'm sorry. All right. Thanks for the production notes. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
We're gonna rest up for next Monday night. We're gonna be there.
for
We'll do some.
sure.
We'll be doing other shit here and there, and of course, the news desk comes back tomorrow night. New studio, new equipment, new attitude.
At MHH Network on YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah, and website is fucked. I don't know. It's fucked.
Update.
Coming.
Website. Still fucked.
It's 4 months of it's coming soon. But deal with it, folks. Just like Trumpy said there. Let's get out of here. And Marco, did we miss anything, or do you want to promote anything, or
Nothing really. Just the Twitch channel, Marco V193. My Twitter, Marco V with 2 E's, 193, and also MHH Johnny's Picks, Spotify, YouTube Music. It's a good playlist. I've worked very hard on it. It's over a day's worth of fucking music. It'll keep you busy for sure. There's going to be something in there.
and then pause. If checking out, here goes. That's a good bed of music. He loves Eddie Money record. Eddie Money. What band was Eddie Money in before?
I don't remember.
Money. I remember seeing Eddie Money once at a fair.
Are you any good?
And I remember laughing. He had like this bedazzled denim jacket that he was wearing. I'm like, that's the gayest fucking thing I've ever seen. I don't like Eddie Money. I mean, he's not good, but he got to be in some kind of band. I knew he was in a band, but I don't know which one.
Well, yeah, maybe he'll pop up on the list. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Fuck, I think that's going to do good. I think they'll do good on the weekends with some of the music people that like to listen to music shit on weekends. That's what I kind of figured out.
Mm-hmm.
I think people like talk during the weeks, and I think I'm starting to figure out people liking the music on the weekends.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too. It's a good one.
And I think maybe next week we'll simulcast the game stream if we could.
Yeah, if you could find a way to record it on your end and just put it on your channel, then we could probably find a way to make that happen.
Yeah, I should be able just to put over the live link, and we should be able to cross reference. But we'll talk about that later. We'll have fun. Monday, check in. We are going to be. I'll be bright eyed and bushy tailed, ready to go, bringing my sarcasm and assholeism to video games you've never heard before, and I'll be enjoying some Sabbath fried bat.
I mean, tell me you wouldn't at least try some deep fried bat. If it was fried like a KFC chicken.
I like the thing he's got in his mouth there.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make those like the teddy bear crackers and put them in a box and sell them, I would eat the fuck out of those things.
Little like bat grab cracker things.
Okay, Shark Tank, idea number 788.
I don't know if Shark Tank will take it, but we could probably sell it to Cher and Osborne.
Yeah, shortbread cookie bats covered in chocolate.
Covered in chocolate, or put Ozzy's face on it.
Or better yet, white covered pretzels. Huh?
Yeah, white bats.
White bats. White bats, black bats. Maybe a brown bat, a caramel flavor.
I would buy that. I'd buy the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'd buy a fucking. Me and my buddies are getting high. Hell yeah, and sell them in a bucket like that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about that, Shark Tank? Mark Cuban, give me a call, marijuanahappyhour@gmail.com. Eddie Money. I don't know anything about Eddie Money. It just came in a set I found. Oh, I got you. Yeah, Eddie Money. He's got 2 tickets to paradise. Fuck, dude, I'm sorry. It's too long again. We'll get out. I'm just trying to find the last bit here. Gotta get out of here. Canada. All right.
Canada.
All right. Well, Rumble Studio, I said things too nice, and now you're gone.
You
All
said
right.
too many nice things about it.
Yeah. One thing. What do you got to say, Tony, about that? No, don't. What am I doing?
The hell was that?
I almost played a clip of a guy having a restraining order against me. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to get out of here. So enjoy your Aussie bats. Go over to, our website's down, and we could be millionaires tomorrow selling Sabbath fried bats.
Yeah. So, at marijuanahappyhour@gmail.com or hit us up on X at marijuanahappy or at MarcoV193 if you want to be on the show, talk about the show, tell us how much we suck like we don't already know. We know. But if you want to tell us anyway, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. And by the way, you steal our shit. Every idea we've already sent to the patent office. Don't even try it, baby.
Yeah, I know. We may not seem like we don't. It may not seem like it, but I have the patent office on speed dial. Don't ask me where it is.
We don't even smoke weed. We just pretend that we're high.
Yeah.
We're just sending messages. We're sending messages to Shark Tank. Because legally, there's a restraining order. All right. Let's get to it. All right. We learned tonight that I may or may have committed a crime. Several of them.
To be determined.
And if we're live next week, that's because nobody found out. Thank God nobody listens. Good night. There it is.
Man, I burned through the rest of my cart through that.
Yeah, that was good.
The stars are alive and the sky is
I'm way too high.
It's the night of the biggest vampire.
That's the point of the show. That's why we named it.
Yeah, back to Indicus next week, folks.
Now I'm trying to look who the sativa might have been the picture of the Jesus.
Yeah. After I electrocute myself tomorrow night on a pre-World War II microphone.
Yeah. Maybe make sure you remove yourself of static discharge before you power up that microphone.
Definitely wear rubber boots.
Yeah, rubber boots or like a grounding bracelet of some kind.
Now, if I wear a condom, I should save the penis, right?
If it's latex, then yeah, it should. I don't know. I've never tested that. It's also, that might be something I have to look into. Will latex actually absorb electricity and save your penis?
If I was an electrician, that'd be the first thing I put on in the morning before my boots. All right, folks.
Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever the hell it is for you. Catch you next week.
Fake stories for entertainment purposes only. Trust me, tonight, it was all just a goof. It was a goof.
It's always a goof.
Just a goof. Legally, I have to say, just a goof. That will stand up in court.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an amendment. The 47th Amendment of just a goof. It's like pleading the fifth, but dumber.
Yeah, were people hurt? Yeah, but it was just a goof.
All right,
All
peace
right.
out, man.